So, who would like to fill Andy in on what shenanigans you got up to last week? No one can remember because it was ages ago.
I can start off with Alonso had a little heart with Jim on the ship. Kind of a mix of a thanks for saving my ass and getting us out there alive. Let me explain to you why I'm actually here. And then went into a bit of detail on his lore.
Anything I need to know?
Or
would it only have been the two of you that really knew about that?
So only Jim's character knows. If you want to know, because everyone else does know, but in canon it's only Jim knows. Although I think it did later on explain to the rest of the crew that I'm looking for someone. And that I'm not a farmhand from the country.
Did you say the consortium was involved?
The consortium's involved. The consortium has somebody that I'm looking for.
So we mentioned consortium, and you've got beef with consortium, and then you're looking for someone, not who.
Yeah.
And actually, not that you're not a farmhand. That's not been brought up with the rest of the crew.
Right. I think he'd probably explain that because it'd be a bit weird that a random farmer's lad is looking for somebody that got mixed up with the consortium.
Or Bessie the sheep.
Oh yeah. Consortium stole my sheep.
Sorry for your loss.
So above table, it's Alonso's wife has gone missing, but only Jim knows that. And then after that, Jim and Alonso performed a little performance for the crew while they were discussing to do with the bar. And I'll hand that over to someone who was actually doing that because I don't remember all the details.
There was a lot of bar chat, a lot of time in the bar, hanging out with the barkeep, drinking various drinks.
Was this our bar?
Our bar.
Okay, right.
So after leaving the cave, what we thought had been not a relatively short period of time was actually several weeks. So time had passed differently, and the bar had become extremely popular for people traveling, people looking to disappear, and it became a bit of a kind of nexus of people and acquaintances. And yes, we were chuffed, and we caught up with the barkeep, Robson Thompson Bompson, what was his name? And there was a couple of questions about where they get their beer from because they're so popular. There were people from the Fae, people not from the Fae, which we will get onto. And yeah, we had some drinks. Our new bouncers were in force, and they were very popular. They were going down well. Little red caps. They were doing a very good job. There was, I believe Edge asked if there were anyone not from the Fae or anyone that we should be interested in, and pointed
just the third most interesting people that Bronson, Johnson, Thompson had come across.
Yes, and pointed to these two relatively normal people looking to stay inconspicuous. To which Edge just rocked up with a couple of beers and just started chatting away. And it turned out they were kind of more or less deserters from the consortium. Didn't want anything to do with them. They divulged that the consortium is under new management, which is Hecate and Valeria. Valerin, thank you.
Valerin Tidespawn.
A mean elf. So Hecate, Valerin. But they, Edge kind of insinuated, flat out said, if you're part of the crew, we'll keep you safe. As long as you hang around. But the hanging around was kind of inferred to be you're hanging around. You're hanging around a bit more than maybe you'd like to.
So a choice that wasn't actually a choice.
Yeah, there was a little bit of talking of the Sisters of the Sword as well. I don't know if Edge wants to elaborate.
Yeah, I think the way Edge came across maybe made it sound like they were being captured, but that wasn't his intent. So he was trying to make sure they were reassured they were free to go every time they wanted to. And one of them mentioned that if they could, they'd hire the Sisters of the Sword to go and sort out Hecate and this Sea Elf. So Edge then became a bit kind of excited about the whole thing and tried to insinuate that he might be a Sister of the Sword or something like that.
And the barman seems to have an idea that they should also be plied with alcohol to keep them complicit or keep them there. I think that was a bit of insinuating.
The bar staff are willing to go inside people's heads and try and get information for us, and then leave it looking like they've just had a few too many to drink.
Mm. Oh, we also handed
I
over
like
some of the ground up crystals to use as special ingredients in the drinks.
I love that we've got.
Yes, they're making their own beer.
We've got now a superior class business with built-in spy network in interrogation that the people won't even be aware of happening. It's a nice cottage industry of the bar. Like,
There was a lot of talk about. We kind of got into a bit of a apprentice style team task of how we're going to run the bar with the kind of front of house, back of house, back of house. We'll have the kind of VIP, the crew, the main crew can kind of plot and discuss it, but also kind of wine and dine and prepare
Stairwell.
the stairwell, yeah. And I believe that was in the hall, in the bow of the ship.
I can see from the DM's body language just then that might have taken quite a lot of the last session, and not something he quite prepared for.
Just a little bit.
Excellent.
Well, we kind of went full RP session that I don't think Rick was ready for.
Oh, I loved it.
I mean, it started with Alonso and Jib, and then just went full on. Sorting out our secondary income.
Well, I mean, it's business. It needs to be looked after, right?
Yeah.
And all of this was before we went back to the Driftwood Core to find Quillwake, or not find Quillwake.
Yeah, it was in between. So end of the session before we come and seen the mess of the camp, but we kind of went 6 hours earlier.
Yeah,
And then we were on the boat still coming back. So at that point we didn't know what was the fate of Quillwake. After all that, and we did eventually get back to the camp. There was we did a bit of investigation, trying to figure out what had happened, any clues left behind. I think there were a lot of low rolls to begin with, and not much was found.
Yep.
But eventually, I can't remember who it was, but someone got a high enough roll that they were able to find some sort of like magical note left by Quillwake, giving us
Actual quill.
Yeah. So it's almost like that was planned by a really smart person.
Oh, you.
Essentially giving us. Is it on the screen still? If you go back onto the map to show the drawing.
I've got a screenshot of it if you want it.
Rick just put us on the map, right?
Which map was it?
I assume it's the.
Was it on the All Trades?
I think it's on the All Trades, yeah.
Oh, yes.
There it is.
So there's a drawing of 2 islands, the words Temple, Crown, and Morlac, and then the letter V and the letter H. We got from that that we need to go to the Temple of Found Things, retrieve the crown, the Morlock Consortium are there, Valerin and Hecate are there. But furthermore, Alonso used a great spell called Ascending, which allowed him to message someone he knew with any infinite range. I believe it was 25 words.
Yep.
I can't remember the exact words that I used. But essentially trying to confirm with Quillwake his message. That's where he confirmed it was the Temple of Found Things and not Lost Things like it is on our plane. And he confirmed that Valerin and Hecate are there, and it's very likely going to be a trap.
When isn't it a trap?
I don't know.
Sometimes we think it's a trap and it isn't a trap, to be fair.
If you always expect a trap, then you're never going to get, you're not going to fall for the trap. If you always think it's a trap, you'll always be ready.
Do you remember those wooden boards, the little boards that went across the bit when we found the werewolves in the scary rooms underneath? And we were like, that looks really suspicious. And one of us walked over and it was just a board. Brilliant.
Or when in the dungeon where Edge was being really careful about this bridge and we all just ran straight across it.
Yeah. Have we got better at asking names though? Have we improved on that a bit?
I think we have.
Okay.
I think we got better than when we started with, but sometimes I think we sometimes just forget.
The consortium pair in the bar, what were their names?
Smith and Smithy.
Smith and Smithy, yeah, they had the same name, essentially.
So, yeah.
Assuming Rick went Smith and Smithy.
They were trying to preserve their anonymity.
So we left a few of the crew investigating the room, the smashed up room, and they discovered some stuff that Rick put on the chat.
Yes.
So Hecate and Valerin have. So this room's full of books about people, and they've stolen their own books. It's got a book about the all trades, journeys and points, and blah blah blah. Furies and Lumiface of Far North, Old Man of the Cave's name has some stuff he could do. That's probably why he said cave, actually, Jim, isn't it?
Wasn't there something to do with like the old trades, but like the future of the old trades, and like the pages weren't written yet?
It's not yet.
The duration shifts and changes, so it's not yet been permanently inked.
Yeah.
So the crew carry a look at some stuff in there. Edge goes back to the ship, meets up with the sister. I don't think we've confirmed exactly which sister it is yet, but one of the sisters was brought through while we were sorting out the Sphinx, and then goes and does a big performance and gets Smith and Smithy to join the crew for security, but on the basis they help us out by doing some spycraft when we go to the island and find Hecate.
Yeah, and then that was the end of the session, and we went to the WhatsApp. So I have one thing I want to bring up about the plan that you came up with in the WhatsApp.
It's generous to call it a plan.
Well, the beginnings of a plan. Why are we making it so much harder by having one of us disguise ourselves as Hecate? Because surely that's just going to make it even harder and more likely that we're going to be
Are we not just in it for shits and giggles?
So number one, yes.
Infiltrate.
But number two, I thought it would be a way that because we've got Hecate's obviously incredibly powerful, right? So from Edge's point of view, he wants to make sure we're fighting her on the best terms possible. So this is a way that we can do two things. One is it was insinuated that Smith and Smithy only came to the All Trades because they'd escaped some sort of mind control spell. So the others in the consortium are under a spell, so they could be potentially re-hoodwinked if we needed to. They're easily persuaded. And it might be a way that we've been told that Valerin and Hecate are in different places. Hecate's with the crown, Valerin's not. So it might be a way that we could nobble Valerin first, so we're only fighting one person at the end. And then I thought
Well, the
perhaps
thing
we could
is-
do some confusion.
We don't know who's where though. All we know is one of them is at the temple and one of them's at the camp. So if one of us disguises as Hecate, we walk up and she's just there. That's just going to ruin it.
Well, we should do some scouting first.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be standing out in the open and be like, "Yeah, I'm here."
No, she's really obvious. She's
Personally, I think we should just disguise ourselves as just Murloc Consortium people.
I like the idea of the
People
kind of
treated.
the Spider-Man meme coming to life a bit.
Is it likely that she would sense Roger being nearby, and likewise Roger would sense her being nearby?
I assume because you've got your jar of mushroom heart or whatever that you'll protect.
Your happy tree friend.
No? Yeah.
I appreciate I'm probably protected, but will I get a spidey sense that she's nearby? Is that something that would have been left because of our link before? I don't know.
I don't think you know. You didn't
Yeah.
you didn't sense much when her hand came out of a portal and started stabbing people. The knife was the key indicator of that. You definitely know that you've been promised by the heart of the spores that you will be protected. But you don't know what if anything that means in terms of detection or a link, or what mechanism you are protected by.
Or what bits of me?
I mean, do we want to maybe just go to Bora Bora first, like scout the island?
Yeah. So what I was thinking is maybe Alonso and Jim disguise self into Morlock Consortium people, and then they go with Smithy and Smithy and try and gather information from other Morlock Consortium people, trying to get an idea of what's happening, who's where, what's going on, what's the current plan.
So assuming Smithy and Smithy would help out.
Didn't they say they would?
said it will.
They would. Okay. In which case, maybe. You've got loads of spell slots, haven't you? So you'd be
Well,
fine.
we've long rested, so we're all good.
I can disguise at will. Was the only thing.
Oh yeah.
So the only thing I'd say is, what if Smith and Smithy left and they'd be recognised as being deserters? The benefit of coming back with a disguise is you've got an excuse for why they've returned.
It could be,
That's
but
sort of a persuader. You know,
Does-
either you bring them back in chains as escapees,
The
or
ambassador.
maybe they've been doing some secret mission that the others haven't been alerted to, but because they come back with either Hecate or Vela in it, looks more legit.
yeah. But you're also assuming that the entire Morlock Consortium knows every single member. There's a good chance they will go in there and they won't know who they are, and if they do, they'll say, "Oh, well, try and talk out of it."
On the plus side, either way, whatever band goes in there if Alonso's with them, he can use his magical communication with anyone.
And Alonso does have some backup spells that may help when interrogating people. Got a charm person, command, compulsion, and a bunch of other different charisma-based spells. So, not necessarily going to be found out straight away if we're going in for information. The only thing is, if we go in straight away, yeah, well, we don't want to just run straight in, no plan.
But that's what we always do.
Well, our plan is to disguise ourselves as the boss and walk in and hope that she's not there.
Absolutely.
It's all in the roll of the dice, right?
Go big or go home.
Or be dead.
Go big, go to there.
I mean, yes,
So-
it's in the roll of the dice, but also it's in however I decided to set this up 3 weeks ago.
Rule of cool.
So
Okay,
I
what
think
was
it's down-
And
Right.
also, the thing is, that we're not. Well, I'm assuming we're not on like a time limit. What they're doing is they're waiting in ambush for us to go and get the crown because they know that we want the crown. It's not like they want the crown and going to use it for something. It's the fact that they know we want it, so they're waiting there for us to come to them.
But they don't know we know.
They don't know that we know that they know.
This feels like that thing they do in Parliament when they don't want a law to go through, when they just talk and talk and talk and the time runs out and people get bored. I can't remember what it's called.
I think if we filibuster Rick, he's going to start punishing us.
That's the word.
There's
No,
I
also
don't
the
need-
plans that Hecate somehow could have intercepted that message.
Yeah. So I think we go in disguise as more like, don't overcomplicate it by disguising as Hecate and bringing people in chains, because then you know that if a fight starts, people are going to be in chains and they can't fight.
We should definitely scout first. We have
Can we
to
go
see
fancy
that-
dress?
Yeah.
All right, how about a hybrid? We do that, go in as consortium, but can change to Hecate if need be.
Sure.
I mean, Jim
can do that because he can do it at will.
change at will. Yeah, it's just an action.
Whereas Alonso has to use the spell.
Anti-stress.
Yeah, can we go like dress up as if we were on like a Feyland stag do or something?
Well, I mean, to be honest, Alfonso and Jim could steal some uniforms, bring them back, and then everyone could dress up.
I don't know who Alfonso is.
I feel like going into the camp, back out, and then back in is like an extra risk. That's an extra like roll
Yeah,
of
but
the
the
dice.
thing is, we could also, Alonso can use sending to message somebody back at the ship, like, all right, change of plan, we're all going in. There's no need to leave and come back. It's he has a way to communicate.
All right. Well, before, in terms of actually like fancy dress, can we consort with Smithy about the uniform, about what to wear, and what can we scrap together from the all trades to make ourselves as consortium-esque as possible?
Can I wear a crown?
If you want to, there's no reason why not. So, in terms of what the consortium wear, they tend to wear the kind of higher ups in particular kind of tend to wear long navy blue overcoats. The more senior they are, they like give themselves medals to show off a bit, which don't actually mean anything. But blue tends to be their colour of their overcoats, which Smith and Smithy have shed and are wearing kind of brown leather waistcoats underneath.
Is it possible Smith and Smithy are lying to us and they've been sent to try and tempt us in?
Yes.
Thank you for your feedback.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible. It's also absolutely possible they are completely on the up and up.
Well,
Yeah,
let's not just kill them.
Well, from the way they were acting, it seems like they're being truthful, unless they're really good actors. But yeah, I don't think we've got a reason to not trust them.
Correct.
We find camp first.
Hmm?
We don't know where the camp is yet.
Yeah, so I say we head to Korakora. We maybe a small group goes to shore to investigate what's going on, find the camp, find who's where, that sort of thing. And then we can call for backup if we need it.
if we want to check if they're telling the truth, Jim would suggest that we could fill up a couple of baths.
That's not that again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Alonso and Jim should go ahead with either both Smith and Smithy or just one of them to get a lay of the land. As we can disguise self, we don't need to make a costume, we just disguise self. How long does this disguise self last?
En route, can we suggest that the ghosts do a number on Smith and Smithy? Do a bit of a head jiggery pokery.
So probably shouldn't be part of the party. Or use entirely as a prop.
Yeah, that's fine. I could be used as a distraction.
Okay, fine. So we go back to Bronson and say, while we're en route, presumably, how long do we think it'll take to get to Cora?
You're not sure. I mean, the thing is, you know, in terms of the time that you will experience, you reckon that it'll be half a day's travel. But the wider world, you're not sure.
Yeah, time's funny here.
Okay, but there's time for...
Yes, you have time to do stuff on... If you're doing stuff... If the question is, do we have time to do stuff on ship? The answer is yes.
Okay, cool. So I support the idea of getting Bronson to go and check the validity of Smith and Smithy's backstory.
Okay.
Anyone against?
No.
And just a quick reminder, Edge was keen to bring on any parts we might need to build the backup house bar bit. So ideally that's happening in tandem.
So as you chat to your bar staff, they have between them they have mixed feelings about doing this. Some of them are a little bit too keen to get into other people's heads. Some people are kind of busy, but one of them comes back to you and says they really, really don't like Hecate or Vela in person. They really don't like them. Like they really want them dead. It sounds like they are telling the truth.
Awesome.
So, you are flying around the island, or sailing around the island. Up to you. And you are trying to determine where the two locations are.
Well, there's a camp.
Mm-hmm.
So probably look out for any kind of smoke or any kind of ships or other vessels that have made anchor, made berth nearby.
So, Smith and Smithy suggest that they can make things a bit easier for you, and they mark on your map where they are. So they put temple being there, and the camp being there.
They're on the opposite sides.
Are you?
We go to the. I suggest we go to the camp first, because if we go to the temple from the locations where they are, it's most likely they're waiting in the camp to basically as reinforcements.
Agreed.
That's the opinion I get.
We approach from the northeast.
Okay, so you're going kind of like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we fly or did we sail?
I assume we didn't fly when we got close
Yeah,
because it would have been a bit too obvious.
Yeah, I'm working on the assumption you're not trying to stealthily fly over the camp, on the assumption that no one will look up.
With Alonso
giant
dropping beads off the side, just like.
Yeah, a boat-shaped cloud just goes past.
I mean, you're very welcome to if you'd like, but yeah,
And
it's
It
not.
looks like a boat.
Could Jim suggest a slight detour via that way? And when I say going over more land, Jim would have distinct curiosity whether there might be a swamp and a hut nearby.
Was Oregon on Cora? I honestly don't remember.
Oh, it's a long time ago.
Do we want to fly the boat over land? Generally, is that a good idea?
Well, I assume we should put the boat out of sight, so the rest are going to see us coming, and then we'll go in from land.
One thing I would point out is that no one will expect the boat to be here.
No, but we can't very stealthily fly a boat over the land, can we? People will talk. People will see it.
Yeah, we are in the fair world. I don't know how many people would. It's probably a
Doesn't mean there aren't cities and villages and stuff here. It's just they're just on a different plane.
Yeah. So if we're thinking back to, for reference, in your natural plane of existence, you had the Temple of Lost Things here in Ashanta Ra, and you had a swampy marsh here, where you first met Saturday and Lady Oregon.
Yeah.
Like trees.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, are we going over land, or are we?
Personally, I think we should park up, and then go in from land on foot because we're less likely to be seen.
I reckon
If we come in on a giant boat, they were like, "Oh, there's a boat on the horizon. I bet that's them. Let's get ready for them."
I'm hedging my bet to say the camp, that hut, will be potentially within the same space.
Potentially, yeah.
So, if you disembark, and you start making your way towards where the camp has been marked on the map, are you taking Smith and Smithy with you? Or are you kind of leaving them in reserve?
I think we'll take them with us, and unless anyone has any objections, that Alonso and Jim go ahead disguised.
I think we all go together, plus Smith and Smithy, to the fringe or wherever, whether it's the camp or the hut.
Yeah, a bit of distance away.
Yeah, we all go together, and then we can splinter off when it gets a bit more risky.
Okay.
So like from the tree line, looking. Into the camp.
Well, it depends. Do you want
Trying
to
to
look,
be stealth.
does Jim want to look for this hut first before going into the camp?
I kind of think we would have passed it actually coming from the boat to the camp.
It might not even be there.
So as you're walking, you find the ground underfoot is becoming increasingly soft and marshy, and you don't come across any solitary hut until you see campfire smoke off in the distance, and it's right where the sea has been marked on your map, and this is where Smith and Smithy very, very nervously. Like, these two are terrified. So that's where the camp is. There's a hut. But there's a few huts. That's where the camp is, and there'll be lookouts as well. And
Will
if
there
you
be patrols?
they not really. They don't go. Or they don't go where the ground is too watery. They all keep very much to the huts and rely on the lookouts because no one's looking for them, and the people there are fairly powerful. But there'll be a few lookouts in the lookout tower.
Okay. Before we go any further, as these two are proper nervous wrecks, Alonso is going to cast heroism at level 2, so he can do it on 2 targets. And Smith and Smithy are imbued with bravery, are immune to the frightened condition, and gain temporary hit points. Modifier. So they get 7 temporary hit points each.
Okay, I'm gonna have to dig out some tokens for these two.
I don't want to be going in infiltrating. All these guys are trembling with fear.
No, that's absolutely fair. And let's say I'll tell you what, they will look like.
Let's go secretary.
I mean, I've just been imagining them as the those guys from Pirates of the Caribbean, the tall guy and the short guy.
How does Alonso inspire the heroism? Does he give them any particular pep talk, or
Does he flick his hair?
Pintel and Rigetti, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like he does like a L'Oreal flick of his hair. It's like, don't worry, while the two of you are with us, no harm will come to you. We will save your brethren from those traitorous beings, and we'll all get off this alive. Just believe in us.
We believe in you. We believe in you. They are quite taken by you.
Here, Alonso, we believe in you too. Rouse it. Now, at this point, being that they're surrounded by swamp, I can't help but not want to do a Captain Willard from Apocalypse Now. And just Jim's head comes up out of the water. But, maybe I'll save that. We ready? We ready?
So,
what's the plan? Are we still getting closer, or are we splitting off? Because we know the camp's ahead now.
is it just Roger and Aether that are not in Nico?
An edge, right?
An edge. So the three of us need to kind of devise whatever we do. I think we stay together as the three. So maybe we try and find like a big bush to hide in. I'm a tree.
Kind of I think kind of like our backup team. Like if shit hits the fan,
and
you
we
burst
find
out the tree line and
exactly. Can we find the highest point of terrain that's still out of the line of sight? So
it's all very, very flat in this swampland.
Is there a big tree?
There's like trees and bushes and things that you can hide behind, but you can't really get much of a height advantage.
I feel like also Aether being a Goliath hiding in a bush might not help necessarily. I think the other two can stealth as well. They know.
No, don't only stealth stuff. Don't have invisibility. Oh, you mean the two ninjas? Yeah.
Hide.
Yeah. So Aether is
We're somewhat stealthy.
But Aether will find the thickest tree he can, and hide behind it. But while keeping a look on the crew as they.
Roger's going to find a bush and hide under it.
Have you watched Vox Machina? I'm picturing Grok now. Grok, just hiding with a leaf.
Depends on what I roll.
So,
Right.
so who's in disguise? So it's Alonso, Jim. Are you the only two in disguise, or is Aether in disguise as well?
Aether, he's not in disguise.
He's in disguise as a tree.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
He's just hiding behind a tree.
Hiding.
Okay, so we've got Smith, Smithy, Roger, Edge, and Aether hiding. We've got Alonso and Jim taking the lead as you're approaching.
Can Murray check out the water to see if it's poisonous?
Yes. I'd like Murray to give me an investigation check, please.
Oh, you check and see if it's like thingies.
That's air you're breathing now.
Really bad swamp. Saturdays, don't go in that water swamp or you'll die.
Good memory.
Yeah. Give me a second. There's that as well.
Okay.
And that.
Okay, I'll let you give a perception check with advantage.
Perception, there we go. Oh, twice, yeah.
Okay. So it's not necessarily poisonous. You definitely shouldn't drink it. Murray can smell dead things in this water. Lots of dead things in this water.
We're best not taking someone I'm dead.
I mean, Aether's somewhere there.
Is it like Lord of the Rings? I just remember that bit. Yeah, the marsh bit.
I mean, that is a pretty cool scene.
Hang on.
There's stones we can use to talk to people if we wanted to.
Oh yeah, you can talk to the undead, some of you.
So, these lookouts, can we see them?
Are you approaching?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think we approach under the guise of we're scouts.
Well, I'm hoping to distract them a bit for us to just get inside past the lookouts so we don't get asked.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
So
if we do get asked, we were scouting the area to see if our targets had moored up the coast.
Yeah, exactly.
So as you approach from the north, and there's a bridge, like a walkway, that's going over the more watery, swampy bits, you see a watchtower over to the west with two knoll lookouts on top. And you can see in front of you a number of huts, one of them much, much bigger than the others, with a campfire in the middle, and a number of huts scattered around this swampland. And as the two of you approach, these gnolls notice you as is their job, and they call out with their bows in hands. They're not knocked and drawn, but they call out, "Password!"
Jim is going to message the one that just called out the password, and using a performance to do the same voice, Jim's going to say, "Oh, I can't even remember the password myself. Think harder. Think harder. What's my password?"
Give me a deception check.
But you try to make him think it's his inner monologue.
Yeah.
You know what? Never mind. Step forward. Both of them are looking at you now, and you look, according to the spell, you look convincing from a distance. They can't investigate you with touch. So
Cast it, so it takes off my spell slot then, yeah.
So yeah, they are not looking at you with any particular suspicion. They go back to doing their lookout. You'll note that Smith and Smithy never actually made any mention of a password, but that doesn't seem to have hindered you. And you are free to enter. Where do you go to?
Well, I think we just go further in. It's probably down here. And do we like see any other people about outside?
So there's no one else outside. You can see in the windows of some of these huts. You can see that in this hut here and in this, in fact, because you can see, I will take off the roofs.
It's just good people in bed sleeping.
So that one is on that layer, that one is on that layer, that one is on that layer. So where you are, you can see into those huts just through larger windows. You can see that there's someone who looks very much like Smith and Smithy in terms of their seniority. And you've got someone who looks a little bit more feeble of body, but more potentially magic-y. And you've got two kind of Smith/Smithies down here as well. You can't see through this hut without getting closer and actually looking, because the gaps windows are covered in heavy like pelt flaps, so you'd have to surreptitiously take a look to see in. And from where you are, you can't see into the rest of these huts here.
You want to keep going? Ollie?
Yeah, there's kind of something else I want to try.
What do you want to try?
But it's risky. It's risky.
Maybe don't risk it until we've actually got some information.
Very quickly, before Jim would have gone further into the camp to help with communicating, I think we've all basically got the same thing in different ways. Hang on. Aether would have done.
Would that have been worth doing with someone on the boat?
I mean, potentially, but only use it now, so no.
You and the chosen creature can communicate with each other while two of you within 2 miles to understand each other. Telepathic connection lasts for 3 minutes and ends early if you use this ability to form a connection with. Okay, so yeah, you've got a 3-minute long comlink.
Basically, to pass back as much information as possible will be the intent,
Okay.
whether Jim uses it or not.
That's not going to last long, is it? I was talking to the guards, then walking up to this first hut. It's probably been 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, shall we go into this first hut and try and spark up a conversation?
Well, I'm curious what's in this side little hut here.
Well,
Can we
this one on
see
the
in
left.
if we come down here?
In that one.
Yeah.
So you can't see any individuals in there. What you can see is a large chain with a large metal collar and a bone that looks like it's been chewed on.
Right, we probably don't want to go near that.
This collar kind of that.
Is it an empty collar or is it a floating collar?
Oh no, it's empty. It's lying on the ground, and it's like staked into the floor. As though this is more like some kind of kennel than someone's hut.
In which Jim would report back to Aether, careful, there's some fucking big ass beastie on the prowl.
Okay, noted. Also, burn the huts if you have to.
How big's the room?
Alonso's going to head up to this first hut and be like, "Oh, how you guys doing?"
We are doing exactly as we are told. That is our job. That is all we must do. What do you want? I'm very, very busy. And he says that as he's licking his finger and just flicking through a book.
All right, well, you're no fun. Oh, you mate over there. He gestures to the other guy in the room.
All right, pal. How you doing?
Oh, well, as good as we can be in this fucking swamp.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. I don't. Better here than in that creepy fucking temple.
Yeah.
I do not like that. As much as I do not. Well, I'm not going to say it out loud, but that's blue fella. He gives me the creeps.
Yeah, he's a bit strange, isn't he?
Yeah, I'd
Anyway,
rather be.
you heard anything
involved.
else from the higher ups?
Yeah, just wait and see what happens. Same as usual. So, I reckon that whoever they're after is going to go to that temple, run into Blue Fella, get absolutely messed up, and then we go in and go, there you go, Hecate, you've got your dead people, hooray! And something about a crown. I don't know if you have to do as I'm told.
Yeah,
I don't really know why I'm here. I just. Then he snaps out of it. No, yeah, let's do as I'm told.
Yes.
Jim's going to
Don't want to upset them, do you? Just get the job done.
I'm not ending up in the waters. Oh no.
Jim's going to message Alonso on hearing that and just go, where the hell is Hecate?
Alonso would reply, I bet she's in that hut. Hecate's here. Valena's at the temple.
Jim would message back, she'll know.
Anyway, don't want to get in the way of this guy's busy work. We're going to head on. Keep yourself safe, man.
Yeah, mind how you go.
Yeah, Alonso would walk off and head back to Jim and be like, right, well, got to lay of the land now. What do you think we should do next? Maybe you say that a bit further over here, away from the big.
I was assuming you wouldn't be saying it loudly in the middle of the camp.
Yeah.
Jim would want to see if there's any more people like dotted around. Like there's the other square hut. We don't know who's in the big round hut and what those other huts down the bottom look like. Actually, can we see what they look like from here? Are they pretty ruined?
No, the three huts towards the bottom, they've got patchy thatched roofs, but they're not ruined. They're upright. They look, you could sleep in them quite comfortably. It's got a few holes in the roof.
Seeing there's holes in the roof, Jim would send Murray high up to fly over and land on the roof and have a peek through on each of them. And while Murray's doing that, Jim would say, how about we put on a little performance and maybe beguile a few of these crew members?
I don't think we should risk it. We don't know when that thing in that hut, and he points over to this one here, is coming back. For all we know, Hecate's in the big one, and if we make too much of a noise, she's going to come out. Let me try something. Alonso's going to walk up to the campfire and then act as if he's warming himself.
Okay.
Over it, and he's going to take a peek at this the big hut, see if he can see anything from this angle, or the door's just completely closed. And
you'd have to make quite a high DC perception check to be able to see through. They're very, very small gaps, and they're kind of flapping ever so slightly in the wind.
Do you have anything to help me? Not really. Let's see. Hey. 22.
Fuck. Hecate's in there. Can Murray please make me a stealth check?
Yeah.
As you're sending Murray to fly over these huts.
He's very small.
16. Okay.
And he's also got automatic detect and visibility, just in general.
Okay. Let's see. It's wisdom for this.
Beats a good range on that.
Oh yeah. The lookouts do not pester or shoot at Murray, and so let's take off those roofs, and for some reason I didn't put walls there. So there are some more consortia folk there.
Alonso's going to head over to this hut and lean against the wall and take a little peek through the door.
So in that one, there seems to be just kind of food and supplies rather than people. So there's sacks and barrels.
Okay.
Poison the food. Poison the food. Poison the food.
You've got poison
long.
We haven't.
I don't.
Aether will say to Edge, do you want me to tell them to poison the food?
My last guy had a poisonous kit.
Doesn't Edge?
I was going to say, are Edge and Roger and Aether doing anything at this point while this is happening and you're getting these snippets of information?
Well, message that Hecate's there.
I missed almost all of that. You cut out for me.
Yes.
Has
Jim and Alonso told us that Hecate is there by message?
Yeah, for sure. And on Murray's return, Jim would have said there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 consortium grunts, 1 consortium mage, and 2 lookouts. 2 non-lookouts. He would have gone and given a full rundown.
It is a great opportunity to get the jump on them. Is what I
wants to go to the temple
in
then.
return.
Temple.
Well, Alonso's going to head back over to Jim and suggest a plan. What if we go into that? We set this place on fire, then our dimension door is back to the other guys. And then we head to the temple.
Hang on. My plan wasn't a plan, but that's a plan.
I don't hate
I just want to make sure we're all dealing in the same currency.
Fire's always a good plan.
My plan had
Says a 16-year-old.
several different steps.
So Jim would say, well, we got a few options. I see. We could either try and poison those barrels and potentially commit some mass murder here.
Well,
But
Alonso
we do
just
have
rubs one of his beads.
Well,
he could just throw in the middle of the camp.
Jim would be holding up a baggie of crystal powder, and then pop it back down. The beads are not. I think the beads should all be chucked at Hecate all at once.
I reckon we go into the food store, throw a bead in the middle of the camp that should hit all the buildings, and then our dimension door us back to the rest of the group.
Well, the point is, so if we poison the food supply, it's best for us to leave unnoticed, so that
But if we poison the food supply, that's going to take days to take effect.
No, I don't think this will take days. Judging by what you did before.
But we need a distraction now, so they think that we're here while we go somewhere else.
Do we just leave the tea drinking bag to our own devices and go and deal with that pesky blue shit?
Yeah, but if we make a giant distraction here, they're going to send people from the temple here thinking we're here while we go there.
Will they go?
Well, it's a high chance.
There's a chance, but equally we might have a fight with tea drinking big face, and we might get our asses handed to us. Let's face it.
No, we teleport away, is what I'm saying. I've got dimension door. I set a fire here, and then we teleport away.
Yeah, but what do we achieve? We might off 1 or 2 of these, let's face it, boneheads, but what do we get out of it?
We set a giant fire, a massive distraction. They think we're attacking, while we then divert our attention to the temple.
So is the plan to set fire to the buildings to distract them, or is your plan to throw this necklace in and try and set fire to Hecate?
No, just do a fire. Alonso's saying just destroy, set a big fire here, set all these buildings on fire on this island here that we're on, teleport away. We then run back to the ship, head over to the temple, while they're collecting themselves here, thinking there's something going on, when we're already away.
So, 2 points. Hecate, I think, can teleport anywhere. We've seen it. 2, if we're going to do anything, we burn the bridges and stop them getting off this island. Let's face it, they can't go through this water. And God knows how they got in that watchtower. Anyway.
I think the water's fine, it's just that they killed a lot of people and put them in the water.
Well,
that's what the guy.
Can we now know Hecate's here? Right, given we now know Hecate's here, and those folks told you that they're expecting us to go to the temple first, why don't we leave these people here doing their thing? Maybe light a small distraction fire if you want to. Go over to the thing. Someone disguise themselves as Hecate. She's the easier one to We think Balin's probably going to be easier to befuddle.
While
What we lack is the plan Edge had to steal some consortium as well, but that was never.
I'm not going to lie, I'd be tempted to disguise myself as Bluetooth. Raylan!
That would be sick.
My disciple.
Come back, your lord. Yeah. Forget the deceiver. All right, Edge is fully behind that plan.
If they can grab a disguise or an outfit or two before they leave the camp, that would be ideal.
You would have to take it off someone, alive or dead.
I don't think they have boxes of costumes and whatnot, because this is a staging operation rather than their home
this
base.
is not a barracks. They are very much
Consortium starter pack.
I still think we should.
Well, what would Alonso do at the point, right?
Well, Alonso also absolutely despises the consortium. So if he can do anything to hinder them, he wouldn't mind setting fire here to their food store and the main building.
Roger seems very much on board with setting fire to stuff.
Just disclaimer, he is 16. He thinks it's his birthday.
Alright. Alonso's going to step back and throw an orb here.
Okay. So right in the middle.
If Jim sees him reaching in, Jim's going to go, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's set this up. If we're going to do it, let's set it up. Do we need some outfits? Jim's got an idea on getting an outfit. We got this geezer all alone on his Todd in a hut.
What, you want to go past all his people, kill somebody, take his stuff, and then go back past them all? You think you can kill him in one shot?
There are 2 lookouts also keeping an eye on stuff.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it for the
It's not worth it, no.
It's fine. It's fine.
Not every plan has to be perfect.
He said throwing a fireball into another camp.
This is a bad plan.
Yeah, that,
What?
yeah.
Why is it a bad plan?
Because we've got the element of surprise at the moment, right?
And we're
We will
alerting
still-
Hecate that we're here.
We will still
Yeah.
have the element of surprise.
Not when
Right,
a
he's
fire
just
just
walk out
erupt
with them under
in the middle
attackers.
of the
Yeah,
camp.
but they think we're here when we're going to be somewhere else.
No, but we won't.
Why
We'll
would we
be
leave
going to
Alonso?
somewhere. We are here.
We are here.
Yeah, but they think we're here to attack them when we're leaving.
We are attacking them. We haven't left
Surprise
yet.
doesn't really work. When you're-
Because
Oh man.
Lonzo's, after throwing the bead, will
Can I
dimension
suggest-
him and Jim back over to the crew.
Any dimension door to the temple and steal the crown. That's the only way Edge would support this plan.
It's 500 feet.
Is it within 500 feet?
The temple's further than 500 feet, but with 500 feet, you get yourselves instantly 500 feet away from the source of this fire.
But leave the rest of the gang hiding in the tree line waiting to support.
Yeah.
They haven't been seen, so
Yeah, presumably
If we were to set a fire, assuming Hecate doesn't know where we are, which I do believe she does, but it should be a more subtle fire that maybe Mage hands some of the thatch off the roof in a trail up to one of the thatch roofs from the fire itself. So it looks like
Fine,
it's
we'll do
set
that
on the
then.
roof.
We'll do that then, fine.
But with that suggestion, you could plant a couple of the beads around so they erupt as the fire spreads. It's giving us time to get out of there.
What's it like? Someone stands on one.
So you're setting a fuse to the necklace. So
No,
that
if you put a bead on, say, one of the roofs, as it was spreading, then it would eventually hit.
yeah, so you're setting a fuse for a big firebomb.
Oh, right, yeah, exactly.
Alonso is the one who's holding the fire beads, so it's
Yeah,
entirely up
and
to
Jim's
Alonso.
looking very nervous.
It's entirely up to Alonso as to what he does. Alonso, you guys know that Alonso does not like the consortium. He has a personal beef with them, and it would be entirely understandable for Alonso to think, fuck them.
At this, Jim is going to put his hand on Alonso's shoulder and goes, "We'll get them, bud. We'll get them all. In time. They'll fucking pay."
I don't know. No. Yeah, and I'll make sure I'll get them. And he tosses a bead.
Super. And you dimension doorway?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it just one bead, or are you doing the whole shebang?
One bead, one fireball cast.
Okay, and that's 20-foot radius, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Jim moving?
Jim is.
Oh, Jim's dimension door with him, right?
Oh, you dimension dooring.
Yeah. We're going to dimension door over here so they don't know it was us.
Okay.
Did Alonso check his wife wasn't in any of those huts?
There was no wife that was seen through the checks from Murray.
I'd also, be very strange for her to be here.
So, as you step through the dimension door, the last thing to go is Alonso's hand, which just flicks one of these beads from the necklace, and it lands near the campfire, and just instantly engulfs the two huts with people in, and sets fire to the large hut with Hecate in, and there is pandemonium. As what's the damage on Fireball?
86.
8d6. Roll me 8.
68. Or 68. Hang on.
Well, let me just check if the necklace is the same. Where's the loop?
It's better to roll 8d6.
A level 3 fireball.
86. It is 86.
Is that a level 3 or is it?
That's level 3.
Yeah, it's level 3, yeah.
Okay, roll damage.
Sorry. 86. There's a little file, I'm going to type it.
And the dex save.
I mean, they failed. They were not expecting this at all. This just instantly you've taken them completely unawares, and so that one's dead. That one's dead. That one's dead. Yep, I think that one's dead, and that one 22. 22 is less than 25. That one's dead. And as everyone else is just slightly still hiding, you can hear the howls of a direwolf that are fading into nothing, and then a blood-curdling scream of rage. The traitors! The traitors! I'll see to them! I'll flay their sweet skins! I'll take their bones and bodies just like I did with you, my little sweet skin. You don't know who she's talking to. And the lookouts look utterly panicked. They are looking around them, but their handy plank that would normally be handed to them to make them able to not touch the water is not there. So they are sitting helpless in the watchtower with their bows out, but they can't see any of you. And yeah, you have just set fire to this place and caused great panic and killed quite a few people. What are you guys up to now?
Run away!
Are you making towards the temple?
Well,
Are we going to go back to the boat to go towards the temple?
I don't
I
know
guess
if we should.
How fast is that?
You could fly over it and wave.
Yeah. Oh, it depends. All right. Going into the temple, it's regardless of how we get to the temple. When we leave the temple, we don't want to have to go back across the island to get to a boat. In reality, leaving the temple, we want the boat as close as possible.
Jim could message though someone on the boat and tell them to come and meet us.
not that far.
Alonso can send
Alonso
someone on the boat.
Oh yeah, you can send a message, can't you?
So maybe we stay as hidden as possible, traverse to the temple, and have the boat meet us, either in air or by sea.
Yeah.
As we're making our way, Jim would probably say something like, "We can expect to see Egerty soon. Let's make it quick and get the hell out of Dodge."
Okay.
I think we run south along the coast towards the temple.
In theory,
rather than-
by the map, the temple should
Or do we want to go west from here?
be that way. Yeah.
So do you want to go inland and south?
Probably. Okay.
So, as you make your way towards the temple, and we'll assume that you're arranging for the all trades to be there waiting to pick you up after you are done in the temple. The people who are disguised using disguised self, are you staying disguised or are you dropping that?
Well, if it takes longer than an hour to get there, then it drops anyway.
Yeah. So you make your way towards the temple and you go there without any resistance, but you can see this big smoke cloud and fire behind you getting bigger, and it is quite the inferno that you've left. You find the only building that could be described as a temple ahead of you, and it's very quiet outside. There are no guards posted. There's no one wandering around. It looks cold and dark and deserted. And there's no kind of big closed doors behind this. It's just an archway that leads into a massive atrium. And then there's something behind that. And as you get closer, you see that there are a couple of consortia regaled individuals who were once alive. One is lying on the ground, slumped against a wall, with a broom impaled through his chest. Another one has a large golden candelabra embedded in his skull, and another one has a sack full of stuff that seems wrapped around his neck, and is slumped in the corner. They definitely seem dead, so you can waltz on past them, or you can hang around here for a bit. It's entirely up to you guys.
Are we thinking they've taken things from the temple?
It feels appropriate,
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, potentially.
Or tried to.
It's a much better idea because I was thinking Hecate had already got there, taken out a regiment. So
Well,
I like
I was
the
thinking
idea.
it could also be Quillwake.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna double
I
check.
guess we don't know until we go in there, so I think we just keep going, but more cautiously.
Should we inspect their bodies first, though, to see if there's anything that isn't what it seems?
Or is worth stealing.
Oh, absolutely. Both of those.
Yeah, let's also actually make sure the bodies are real and not an illusion.
How do we do that? Do we lick them?
Well, you just touch them, and if your hand goes through it, it's an illusion.
I like that. Yeah, you know all this, but Roger is still going.
100%.
So yeah, I mean, you can definitely do that. I mean, Roger goes up to these dead bodies and gives a shoulder a little lick. And I don't know how many dead bodies Roger has licked, but this is definitely a real corporeal person who until recently was dead. This is not an illusion. You don't go through these things. With a 10 investigation, it's not obvious how long these people have been dead, but they are not rotting. So it's recent enough that they are kind of fresh, not firm, not juicy.
Can I look at the bag that's wrapped around the guy's neck?
You can look at it. Yeah, it's a nice looking silk bag, and it looks like it has numerous solid objects inside.
Is there something like a stick on the floor near me that I can use to pick it up? I don't want to touch it with my hand.
Yes, you can find something to give it a poke, or you can use your sword or something.
Okay, I'll use my sword and I'm going to kind of like shake it at the bag because it's made of silk. I'm hoping it'll rip and whatever's in it will fall out.
Yeah, so the bag rips, and it's a number of kind of silver and gold salt shakers and spoons and cups and things fall out. Give me a perception check. And you just get the ever so slight... Did the cord just tighten around his neck? It looked like it just tightened slightly.
Do I notice anything else? Do I notice that the broom handle has moved or anything?
You're focused on the bag at the moment.
Hi.
So, yeah, so all of the bodies are real.
Okay, so I would just announce, in case anybody had missed that I think that rope tightened around his neck when I cut the bag open. Which is weird.
It is indeed.
Can anyone check if these are magic items versus enchanted with some kind of like protection spell?
Can Aether do a check?
Well, yeah, what check is Aether doing?
You don't know.
Is it
magic? Oh yeah, it is. Hang on. Oh, come on.
You're not getting a lot. There's definitely something weird about these things, but you can't tell whether it's the items themselves or a spell that's been put on them or just this place or something messing with your perception of them. It's, yeah, just with a simple arcana check, you can't tell.
Can we see any other remnants of bodies around? Are there like more older bodies? Are there skeletons around anywhere? So it's just these three people.
Yeah.
Is it obvious what any of their names are?
They don't have name tags.
Okay.
Speak with dead.
I've
Find
used
out
my
what
take.
happened to them. It's a suggestion.
Mm.
It is.
I would
Mm.
suggest
I
we,
agree.
I'd suggest we don't talk to the person with the cord around their neck, because that might affect them being able to speak.
So yeah, I can't remember who's still got one of the little stones that allows you to speak with dead, but yeah, there are some still knocking about in the party, and you are very welcome to use them if you wish.
Is it the black shard, or am I making that up?
Yep, that's correct.
I think I've got one. Hang on.
I used mine. I think everyone else has got one. I think there were 2 more from the 3 of us that went down to see the Raven Queen.
Raven Queen.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've got a black shard. I'm happy to use it, but what would people like me to ask, because I'm rubbish at that bit?
Will we get 3 questions?
5.
Yeah. So I don't want to. Is it 5? I don't
20.
want to.
You get 20 questions.
I don't want to
Well,
waste
they
it by going. What's your
Did we
favourite
get
colour?
half an hour of questions?
5 weeks.
They're just our friend and they follow us around and answer any questions we have.
Okay, so sorry. One of them's got the cord around its neck. One of them's got a broomstick for its middle. What was the other one?
A candle, like a candlestick holder embedded in its skull.
Right. Well, I think out of those 2, the one that'd be most likely to be able to give us some information will be the one with the broomstick, right, guys?
I don't think it matters.
As long as they have a mouth,
As,
they can speak.
yeah.
Is the broomstick going through the front? Does it look like a front impact or a rear impact?
Through from the front.
Cool. Okay. Should have seen what was happening.
Yeah, that's what I just thought. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna. I'd like to talk to the broomstick person, please.
Okay, so from this moment, the spell is cast. And as you, the stone disintegrates into dust, this person looks up and stares at you.
Can I just ask you a question, because this has been a long time ago? Are the questions meant to be yes/no questions? I genuinely can't remember.
You can ask any question will count. I'm going to be very generous and not count that one. But any question.
But as a statement, we found that they will answer things in a very terse and unhelpful fashion. That's a statement.
So I'm going to say
That's
to
a
this
statement
person.
about it.
Okay. I'm going to say to this guy, I can see that something has happened to you and your body has died. Can you tell me what happened just before that happened, please?
Yes.
It's like talking to a toddler.
Mm.
Who killed you?
The broom. The things. The objects.
Jim, message. Having seen this happen before, Jim would message. And just quickly say, was it when they took them?
When you picked that broom up, did it kill you straight away? Or did it wait until you were leaving the cave?
Apple.
It put up a fight on my way out. I thought it was special and I wanted it.
What was your purpose coming into this cave?
Softening up some folk looking for some crown or something.
We didn't hear that.
How many are in there? Or what sort of trap is set? Something along those lines.
Or where is the
Where's Valerin?
yeah?
Is Vaylor on here and is he close?
Yes.
Cool.
And please remove that from your inventory.
Good job, Andy. I hate those stones. That's about.
Jim is going to send Murray in ahead. Oh, actually, you know what? No, he's not. He's going to.
R.I.P. Murray.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. Jim would say, I can send in some eyes, but you'll know we're here.
Quick question: are we meant to have moved map screen, or are we still looking at the burning circle of doom?
So, I mean, I didn't have time because of work to put the things in here, but you're basically in an atrium that has a door at one end. And these three bodies are kind of dotted around, heading towards the exit.
Oh, are we in the temple?
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, so you're in the temple. There's like an opening atrium bit, and then there's a door behind where it looks like the body of the temple is.
How different does the temple look to the temple of the lost things?
This bit looks reasonably similar, but it's not
similar as in.
It's similar in terms of
nice-looking temple made by the same person.
Similar in terms of its age and architectural design, not necessarily dimension and layout. So it's as though it was made by a similar craft, but it's not a complete replica.
Better crack on then. Before our diversion is wasted.
I'll send some eyes in then.
So are you sending Murray in?
Yeah, and he's going to use the thing where you can see through Murray's eyes.
Okay, so in front of you, as Murray flies in, you can see that there's a large set of rooms that are peppered with like fallen rocks. So this place looks in disrepair, and at the very back end of this room, there is Valerin, who looks different to when he was last seen. He looks bigger and stronger, but darker, and as though he's been changed somehow. And he's standing expectantly in front of a very, very large brazier, which seems to have very large bellows attached to it. And he is standing there watching the door, and he's essentially leaning on a very large crown, which is large enough that he can have it sort of on its side, like circle like this, and he's leaning on it with his shoulder, shit-eating grin on his face, waiting.
So Murray can only see him and nothing else, and no, doesn't look to be anything else, just Valerin.
So there's what you can see on the map. So that behind the furnace, there's suits of armor on display. There's fallen pillars. There's a few tables. There's
what's this pepper mill thing?
The bellows.
This here, yeah, it's very large bellows.
Okay. Cool.
So Jim would say to the group, "It's just him, the cocky little shit. It's just him, and he's watching the door." And then he'll turn to Edge and be like, Should we try the blue tool thing?
Are these things here full height walls?
Yes.
Okay. Is he obviously aware of our presence?
We're not in here. Only Murray is.
Only Murray is at the moment. I've just put you.
Oh, only Murray's there. Fine. Okay.
He's
Yeah, we should do Project Blue Tool.
he's seen Murray. He's not reacting, but he's got a big smile on his face.
And Smith and Smithy are with us.
If you're bringing them with you, they are feeling heroic. So, yeah, they are not cowering in a corner.
They're proper redcoats right now.
They are very much looking to Alonso as their inspiration. And so they are kind of trying to live up to Alonso's inspiring expectations.
We could have them run in and shout, Hecate's hurt. You know, she needs you to come back or something like that. And see if we can draw him out of whatever crafty plan that someone might have set up for us.
Just run at them saying the camp's under attack. They need all the help they can. And point at the giant black smoke.
Some reason Murray's whispering.
But
Is that what you're having them
There
do?
you go.
Do it.
It's a good idea. Because it'll turn the traffic in on him if we lay an ambush in the other room. I don't think he'd fall for the blue tool. It would have been funny, but it won't fall for it. And I doubt it'll fall for Hecate either.
So,
And before that happens, can I just slip in here and try and head into one of these little rooms around the side?
yeah.
Can he see there though? If he's
Doesn't look like. Okay.
This is all wall, isn't it?
Yep.
Like so this is a room, and these two things are rooms
Yep.
here. So this is all. Yeah. So Edge could have been living in here for days, and he wouldn't know.
Is that what? So I need to know the order of events here. So is Edge sneaking off doing this while Smith and Smithy are going in and making their announcement?
Before, in anticipation of.
Before, okay. Put Edge where he is going to be holed up. Oh, Edge. Eager beaver. So let me just get my things. So
Prices is trade.
where'd it go?
Man, you might want to top up your health.
Have I had a long rest?
yeah, you should have. Yeah.
So as Edge, you think you're being quite sneaky, walking through there, and you guys are getting ready to enter here. You're telling Smith and Smithy what to do. Edge, as you're sneaking, you feel like you're being very, very quiet. But as you so as you step there, can you please make me a perception check? Okay, so you notice this happening. And so I'll describe to you what happens. And as you walk over the books, the objects that were just laying on the ground there, they start to move and flicker, and then they start swirling around into the air viciously and violently, and they start pummeling you. And at that point, we're going to need to roll initiative. Oh, hang on. Removal turns. Right. Now everyone roll initiative. I'll put your initiative up there.
So we were outside the room, weren't we?
You were. Edge
Yeah.
wasn't.
On hearing a kerfuffle, I guess that's what we're driving initiative.
Jesus.
Okay.
It's as stealthy and perceptive as I could possibly be. Stupid book.
Small books. So that is.
Do I make it to this little walled bit?
Yes. 10.
And the book's doing some sort of swirly thing in their little book area there.
Yes, clubbing you viciously, and
I'm behind the wall.
Initiative. So that's all like that. So as you sneak over there, the book starts swarming and swirling and beating you about the face. You hear Valerin, who, yes, well spotted, Mandy, does now go by Valerin Hecateson. Sorry, my cat made a very strange noise then. Calls out, I expected you here sooner. I am so looking forward to our reunion. I'm so looking forward to seeing the look on your face when I take all your hopes and dreams. One thing you need in order to stop this calamity that you brought into the world. I'm so excited for you to watch it melted down to nothing. And he flings it behind him, and it lands in the brazier. And I think that's where we're going to call it for the evening.
Son of a bitch.
That was fun.
Cool.
Can I? Oh no, hang on. No, never mind. It's all good.
So are we in the room as we see ourselves now, or is it Edge? Like says Edge is the only one in the room.
Ed just snuck in. You are kind of gathered right here.
Okay.
I mean,
Do you think? Sorry, whereabouts is the crown landed?
In the fire.
Empire.
Right in the brazier.
Could you be specific about exactly where it's landed, please? And how big it is?
You see the bit that's on fire?
Yeah.
All of that.
Cool. Oh right, so it's 4 squares in size.
It's a big old crown. Actually, no, not 4 squares. You know what? I will do you a little circle, because distances matter. Did that show up? Bring to front.
About 5 foot.
The fire's in the way. I tell you what, if we put that on, there we go.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, it is burning, and we'll see how long that crown survives.
Hopefully more in a week.
Right. So I reckon one of us needs to sacrifice ourselves and go and put the fire out.
Well, so
I can extinguish it if I can get within 60 feet of it and see it
Can you?
wait, how can you extinguish it?
using control flames.
That's a big old flame. How big is control flame?
I only need to be able to control the bit that sits around the crown, I would argue. But we'll see whether the universe agrees.
I mean,
Well,
if
this is-
Alonso can drop Jim behind the fire, Jim can drop about 20 gallons of water on the 30 gallons of water on the flames.
This isn't a normal crown, and it's not going to be melted down by a normal flame. So I don't think the rules
Keywords.
normal fire apply.
What about if I offer my crown to Valerin in exchange for that one?
Very welcome to try. I think Roger would know that it might be a futile effort.
Well, it's worth a go.
Valerin wants to see you guys hurt.
Like everybody else in the entire continent, both sides. Nothing new.
How heavy is the crown?
Pretty heavy. I mean, it took him 2 hands, and he's very strong to fling it behind him. If you were to try and carry it by yourself, it would slow you down.
Is it heavier than 500 pounds?
Is it heavier than 500 pounds? I don't think it would be heavier than 500 pounds.
Just write that down. Crown.
Good. All good.
You're not,
Crowning.
you're not, if are you going to catapult it?
A crown
No.
bolt.
No. I mean, I'd love to, but even catapult had its limit.
I'm not going to look ahead as what you've got, but I'm curious.
Would tsunami knock it out and put out flames?
I mean, these are all interesting ideas.
Also, Jim can summon 30 gallons of water, which is a lot of water. Definitely a lot of water.
It's not right.
120 litres.
It's quite a lot, I suppose.
Probably about the size of a bath, you might say. A bath? Maybe I need 2.
But if we say this is magical fire, it's necessarily going to be put out by that.
It's got a bellows. It's probably regular fire.
Well, this is what I thought too. Maybe it's magic bellows.
Have to wait and see. I mean, these things are all about making educated guesses, seeing what happens, and rolling the dice. But yes, your plan to sneak in, do some subterfuge, pretend you're a god again, foiled by Edge rushing on in.
Edge had his plan. It was really cool.
Not taking heed of the subtle warning of random objects being quite dangerous here.
How subtle was a brick? Which, coincidentally, there's a lot of bricks lying around. No one touched those bricks.
With a 22 stealth, I feel like I should have got some leeway of walking around some books.
Yeah, if you said that you were deliberately walking around some books, you said, I'm going over here.
We didn't ask if they needed to be touched.
If you were saying I'm going to great pains to make sure I touch nothing and my foot only goes in specific places, I'd have absolutely given you that. But I saw a token move. You were talking about line of sight.
But is the object still an object if it's sentient, or does it become like a creature, or does it become something else?
I think technically it is a construct.
So the wording of catapult is an object.
So once it's so if it's animate, if it's say a mimic or a flying sword, they are constructs. Even when they are not moving, they are still constructs, and so they are not objects. And so if you were to cast a spell that on something that wasn't an object, that only works on objects, then you'd go, not an object.
Okay. I thought as much, but I thought I'd check.
Lovely.
When does something cease to be the floor or the wall and start to be an object? Are these bricks here potentially things we should be concerned for?
I mean, a brick on the floor is an object. A brick,
But a brick in the wall is an object.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it depends what you're trying to do with it, because the brick in a wall is cemented into a wall, so it would be held in place, but it's still an object. If for whatever reason there was a particular brick that you wanted to interact with, yeah, that would be an object.
I feel like any object or item that has found its way here that is not essentially part of the building has, just anything that has ended up here or been brought here has the potential to fight back.
You are told that things that have been found in the Temple of Found Things are reluctant to leave or be moved, and will fight back.
So we've got 4 things of armor. We've got 2 desks that look like they've got chicken legs on. 2 racks of swords. 2 stacks of books. That circle, if that's a thing. Is the circle a thing?
There's a rug there.
A rug, right, cool. A big rug. Bellows themselves. But then it's reasonable to potentially to expect that the bricks here haven't found their way here. They're part of the temple that's fallen down. Or is it not reasonable to expect that?
Right, guys, I have to go. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Well, yeah, we will pick things up. Everyone around next week?
Should be. Check.
Apart from
Unless
Ollie
it's
potentially driving.
Mm.
Cool.
Down to Devon. I don't think we're going to Cornwall on Thursday. I think we're going down on Friday, so it should just be down to Devon.
It is that'll be Henry's last day at nursery next Thursday.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then he'll start school the following week.
money saved.
Yeah.
Money.
You say money saved. Oh, I didn't tell you, we're moving.